zombies, not so much. Learn. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us for our Dicentennial. My name is Henry Mortelli.
And I'm Agnes Mortelli, but you can call me Edgar.
She's a hip gal. Just a little firecracker in the sack.
Still good.
We don't have a lot of sex now. This October, currently, we are celebrating being dead 100 years.
Has it been that long already?
It has. I know, an entire century. Oh boy. When you're dead, you know, you don't sleep, so the days and nights tend to blend into each other.
It's like if you were hooked up on cocaine for an entire night.
I imagine. I personally don't have any experience.
Does anybody have any
cocaine on? We would love to try it just to see if it works on ghosts. Curious.
Very
Don't worry. See us after the show. We'll blow with you. We miss the 80s. At any rate, having been dead for the past 100 years, when we died, we did not get that good old acceptance letter into either heaven or hell. So,
although we think hell.
We're pretty sure if we took a poll of all the people that we have wronged.
Oh, so many. Awful human beings.
Just bad.
We were.
Hellbound.
Murderous even.
Absolutely.
The blood is washed clean from our hands.
At least one murder in our lifetime. Now that we're dead, though, we've been wandering around in limbo, just observing the rest of humanity and kind of poking fun at all of their foibles. We've seen a lot, really.
Everything.
We've probably at this point seen everything.
Everything.
If I had to quantify it, I would say everything. 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 So, when you've seen as much of humanity and the human condition as we have, realistically, at this point, we can take a look at any given person and tell you their entire persona, their character, their life story, just at a glance.
Oh, they don't believe that.
Do not contradict me. Dead bitches, am I right? For instance, geez, let me prove this. What a fantastic bunch of bodies we have in the audience tonight.
They're living.
Oh, I know. The lights are kind of in my eyes. Could we make a little bit of a visual accompaniment here? Yes, thank you so much. Oh, welcome everybody. Now I see you. I thought there were just like 6 people here. Yes. Let's start over here. Sir, bear with me. I take a look at you, and just my observation is that you're pretty laid back. If you weren't watching, he laid back and said, yeah.
And he's wearing slacks.
Ah, yes. Slacking off.
Mm-hmm.
Or being a slacker. Sir, what do you do in your free time if you're not busy, being so laid back as you are? Clearly.
I juggle.
Juggle?
Oh.
Just anything? Do you find just random items and just say, what can I juggle?
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Is there anything in particular that you've juggled that you felt particularly proud of?
Knives and torches.
Ooh, that brings me back.
Oh my goodness! Do you remember that torture house?
Oh, I do remember it. It was my favorite. Why, it was back in, 1930. And there was those 2 men who were in the torture chambers. They'd been there for 10 years and simply forgotten about.
10 years, yes. We were in between wars, the Great War and the war to end all wars.
So World War I and World War II.
I have my own terminology. At any rate, this had nothing to do with war. It was really just a gentleman from World War I who never got over it. And he was an enthusiast of torture. Yes, he was a particularly sickly gentleman. He had not had a haircut in so long that his blonde hair just was strewn about his entire face.
Am I being fed today?
You think you're gonna be fed? You feel like you've been good? He could hardly see. So it was pretty much a blind the person held captive and the captor had a blind relationship. He had never really seen her. You think you're being fed today?
I'm hoping for it.
Yeah. Well, I want to hear you scream. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm just not into it.
You're losing so much blood right now, I bet.
I've lost so much blood in the past years. I forget what's up, what's down, and how, what year it is.
He had also never learned how to accurately tell if someone was in pain. Take that.
Yeah, it hurts.
You're so thin, it's like poking air.
Yeah.
We'll see if that taught you anything, and maybe we'll come back later and discuss this.
After so many years, I actually have a question about that.
Questions are for fools.
Well, then I'm an idiot. What exactly am I being taught? I remember being blindfolded, and I'm in your cellar, and...
Yeah, that'll teach you to have sight.
Wait a minute, that's what I'm being tortured for, is sight?
I see the world the way it actually is. No one has ever had the same perspective as I have. Do you happen to know where the stairs are?
Yeah, they're to your right. I'm just gonna put it out there. What about sleepwalkers? Now, a sleepwalker is somebody who's technically blind because they're asleep, but they still move.
How dare you? Die!
My appendix. Spleen.
I release you from this mortal coil.
Wait, what? No, you gotta go to the lab.
You're so cool. Oh, thank you. He was a fine gentleman. Later, he became a general in World War II and was tortured to death.
It looked a little something like this.
So ironic.
I'll come to first. My ancestor used to be American. He was tortured. I'm going to torture you the way he was tortured. How do you like that?
Oh,
Do you feel that?
I feel everything.
I must tell you, I am sleepwalking right now.
So you see, it came full circle. That little snippet of our lives is a particularly humorous one.
War and death.
Am I right? Now, for the rest of you in the room, we can do the same for you and see.
Oh, let me have a jabber at him.
Oh, go for it, Agnes.
Oh, here comes Mama.
You go, girl.
I'm walking, so I'm like, oh, hello there. If I were a lesbian, I would consider you. Speaking of romance, what's the name of your favorite soda?
Oh, good question.
Soda? But I like soda too. Flavor's my favorite.
Soda pop.
She calls it soda pop. We just call it pop. You from Brazil? Oh, my goodness!
A Georgia mama, one of my favorite kinds of mamas.
Now, in Georgia, what's your favorite slang for saying hello?
There are several, so okay.
I'll go with hi, y'all.
Oh, hi, y'all, indeed.
Oh.
Now, did you know that one of my favorite sayings, look at this, I'm even doing a southern drawl.
You're a chameleon, go for it.
Now, one of my favorite sayings is y'all, but another one is an old cheerleading move called hey y'all.
Yes. I remember that.
Don't
Hey,
you act coy. I remember it was 1955. The Romeo Bulldogs were doing their cheer.
Oh, absolutely.
And there were two skanky sophomores who were doing a brand new cheer. And one of them was not looking forward to it.
There's something of what you might call skank connoisseurs.
Oh, yes. I remember them with their pom-poms and
Oh, and their tiaras.
So yes, one had a tiara because she was the queen bee.
All right, ladies.
Are you ready for the new cheer?
Absolutely. A modern 1955 cheer.
All right, you ready for this?
Absolutely.
Okay. And ready. Offense. Go offense. O-F-F-E-N-S-E. Offense. Go offense. Your turn.
Offense.
Yeah.
Offense.
Yeah.
You're on the attack, not on the defense. Make your move, but don't block it, because you're on offense, not defense.
Hey, Becky.
Valley girls have existed for a very long time.
Do
What?
you know Tara?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Follow along with me. Exactly. All right. Ready? Okay. Hustle. Move.
Hustle, bitches.
Quick. Scar.
Get out there.
Team Scar.
Move.
Run the ball down and start
Get your balls out there. Stop up.
Bring the ball, dogs, and you can't beat that.
Where's your heart and your head and where is your butt?
We'll run you up, huh?
Karate
And
chop.
show you that
base of the pyramid. It's gonna hold me up. The top of the pyramid is gonna be me. And 2, and a 3. Pyramid. Oh my God.
Sometimes I feel like I'm amidst an angel.
Sometimes I feel like God himself has touched our cheerleading duo and said, you don't need more than that.
I feel like there's one more cheer inside of us.
Oh, me too. Let's do that backflip cartwheel exchange we've been working on. Yeah. Okay, I'll do cartwheel.
Here I come.
All right, check this out. And if you want to get flexible, take off your tiara and go. Are you okay, Becky?
Yeah, I just got a concussion like hockey player.
Later, Becky died. Of a concussion. Unrelated to that routine. She joined us when she died and partied up. She said it was okay, and we'd talk about it later.
We did so many triangles together.
Oh, yes.
Eiffel Tower, regular triangle, menage a trois.
Equilateral sex.
Parallel,
A parallel triangle, yes.
rhombus.
Many people don't know this, but the parallel triangle is the hardest to execute. Unless you believe in infinity. Is anybody else striking my fancy right now? Geez. Yes. Oh, of course.
I feel some vibrations coming over from there.
I was going to say the same thing. It's like spirit quake, like an earthquake, but for your soul.
That's what I get in the middle of the night when you're not there. I feel like I've kept the southern drawl.
Oh, I feel like you're a homegrown spirit of the South.
Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Finally, after 100 years, figuring out where you're from and what your dialect is. Come on, Aggie, let's go. Jets, look at how handsome you are.
Did you say jets like the pizza?
Yes. If I were to write that sentence, it would be Jets, period. And then there'd be a paragraph, and I would say, look at how handsome you are.
Pizza.
Now, looking at the two of you, I can tell that you are rambunctious.
I like him.
Maybe not together, but when you get rambunctious, are you spontaneous? Have you ever taken a trip that just like came up last minute and you took off like a bird?
Mongolia.
Oh, wow.
I love their Chinese food.
And this is your silent partner. Thank you. Mongolia, my goodness. What drew you to Mongolia?
Is the closest I can get to Russia.
Do you remember communism?
Yes. I remember infiltrating Russia and exploring the communist regime. It's still out there in small pockets, but boy, oh boy, was the Cold War rough.
And cold.
Cold, too.
Do you remember those two lovers who were singing to each other off off the balcony.
How could I forget? Yes, thank you. Remember those.
I remember specifically the man singing the most beautiful ballad to that lovely-looking woman.
Oh, yes. What a lovely, lovely woman. Of course, garbed in red. This is a coat now. Like a winter coat that you might wear in Russia. It is freezing outside. So cold.
Yes, Georgi. It's so cool.
Tanya, I need warmth.
Why don't you come underneath the bush?
Very enticing.
Babushka,
Are you warm?
The only way I could be warmer is if a lover talked to me in song.
A song?
A most beautiful song
Ah,
of winter,
yes.
being warm together.
What better topic to sing about than the cold outside that we are trying to avoid?
Just thinking about it makes me want to sit in anticipation.
I will sing you into the most wet interesting.
You're melting my ice cubes.
It's snow outside. Is my mother Russia? She cuddles me to her icy bosom, but I do not drink from tea. There is a snow cone growing in your nipples that I do not wish to meet. She birthed me from her womb, and now I live on my own. But where will I find warmth but in a woman's vagina?
Yuri, that song was beautiful. However,
It's not over.
sing it to me. I can only catch half the words.
Mother sang lullaby, sang fine, a grown woman to confide in. Let her get naked with you, and then warmth betrothed to your penis. She said, have sex is having warmth. Don't worry about babies. About the exchange of bodily temperature. Seriously. Have no inhibition. Just like woman to be in. And then you'll be at home. Oh, goodness! What? Mother was right.
Georgi, your song is so pretty. I feel like you are putting me on. I'm sorry, Putin. That will be funny in years to come.
Yes, I hope so. For
Georgi,
now, let us get naked and be inside of each other's warmth.
Put your kielbasa into my bush. Let us make a awkward stew.
The fun thing about being dead is that you get to watch people having sex. Their sex was very awkward, as the Russian bodies tend to go through what is almost rigor mortis of living in their home climate.
Why, it looks something like.
I'll keep my coat on. Oh, what a start. Poor Russians. Don't have a lot of fun with the sex. It's an awkward situation. But fun to watch. Aggie, what other spirit do you feel in the room tonight?
Oh, let's see what spirit I'm feeling tonight. Why, I believe I feel a spirit over here. Ooh, I always had a thing for the blondes.
Oh, I know you did, and I always disappointed you.
Over and over again. You remind me of Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes. If his hair was slick straight. What's one of your favorite cartoons?
Foxtrot?
Foxtrot. Yes, that's one, and I'm trying to remember it. Was Foxtrot the one with the girl who's always wearing the makeup and the things?
That's the one.
And she's got the little brother with the glasses.
That's the one.
Ah! I knew it! Did you ever have a little brother with glasses?
No.
Did you ever have a little sister?
No.
Were you an only child?
No.
Did you have an older brother or sister? I
I knew you could smell it out of
knew it!
me.
Oh, I'm on a roll! You have an older brother? Sister! Oh, he was in drag the whole time. So your older sister, did she ever pick on you?
No.
Did she ever love you and cuddle you?
No.
She ever dress you up like a little girl? No.
Was she real?
What was your favorite moment being a child with your sister?
I have no idea.
I remember a lot of people who had no idea.
He does.
Oh, yes. In the 70s, when people were doing a lot of drugs, lots of spaced out people. Fun to watch while somebody was having a drug trip. It's the kind of social interactions that would occur and make sense to either or both parties.
Oh, they were on the cocaine, the LSD,
The acid.
the squeegees, and
Yes. The windshield wiper fluid.
the alcohol injected into their spine.
Oh, yeah. That kind of stuff that goes on behind closed doors. People will use anything as a drug.
Literally everything.
Oh, yeah. Everything and anything. One party in particular that we were privy to was a try anything, do anything party. Everyone was a free spirit back then, not thinking about the consequences. So you can imagine. How's it going, babe? You're looking pretty sexy.
For sure.
Ooh, I feel like me. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, chill, grasshopper. You want to snort some puke?
I want to smoke. Wait, snort, smoke. puke, I got the snort.
I got it, yo. I got $100 bill, and I'm gonna snort cocaine with it.
One gal from the party was from Minnesota.
She had no idea how to interpret the drugs.
She was pretty much bluffing the whole time. Boy, did she get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, man, we're gonna snort the coke, and then we're gonna do the squid. Which is,
Ooh, squid, haven't heard of squid.
yeah, we're gonna cut off the tentacles and wrap them on our breasts.
Sounds awesome. The other guy was from South Nebraska, so he had also never been to a party, but was playing along.
You got some fresh moves there, man.
Oh, yeah.
You're kind of tripping me out.
Yeah, I do the wild floppy and the jumpy precipice.
I'm not gonna lie. I just realized you're wearing like eyeglasses.
Ooh, yeah, you bring it, anything goes, babe. You want to bring kids into the picture? Kids and cutes. It could be a kid-cute party.
Totally cute and cute party, man.
Oh, yeah.
We get a parent's house, we get some cocaine, we throw some kids inside, and we have a ball, literally.
Oh, yeah. I'm so down, babe. You're the coolest babe I ever did meet. Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a woman with a Jerry curl, yo?
Oh, yeah. I saw a girl with a Jerry curl. She was just hopping down the street like a rabbit. She was just bouncing, showing off that Jerry curl. And I said, hey, lady, nice Jerry curl. Keep that bounce going. I wouldn't be surprised if you were that lady and we were destined souls, ready to meet and give it on. You want to do some dream cloud?
Is that cocaine?
Um,
Because that's all I really know about at this point. And kids and puppets.
I'm sorry, cans and puppets?
Kids and puppets. What the fuck you think I'm saying?
Yeah, that sounds like drugs to me. Let's get down, girl. Anything goes.
Like,
I'm getting high on life.
I'm slurping life, man, and I'm loving it.
Freedom, peace.
Do you want to listen to a Beatles album?
Oh yeah, I've heard all the latest Beatles albums, like Meet the Beatles.
A red stop sign right here. You don't know the Beatles? Name 5 Beatles. Trespassing to this time and jubilee.
Ooh yeah, all right, 5 Beatles albums that existed in the 70s.
Not
Yeah.
albums, songs.
Songs?
Yeah, what
Sure,
the
even.
fuck you think I'm saying?
There's Help, there's Hard Day's Night, there's Come Together, which I think was like...
Yeah, you're cute.
Yeah. Please Me might or might have not been an original. They definitely got Yellow Submarine. Really, Ringo Starr is my favorite. It's a favorite.
That's enough. You hear me scared for a moment to know the battles were.
I'm into scaring people tonight. I'm high in life, but I'm getting off on death. That's only laughed because we were horny as hell. Watching the situation. That was the first time that we tried to have ghost sex. It didn't work out.
Ectoplasm everywhere.
otherwise named movie.
Okay, I'll introduce you. Let's see, there was Polly. He was always slicing the garlic really thinly.
For approval from the audience. Does anybody know this movie?
Yeah.
That's one.
And then there was that other movie where it was Red, and he was always getting you things, anything you wanted. Ava Gardner herself. And then there was the movie Starfish, where the starfish was looking out for the girl with the braces before she came and stole away the little guppy.
Anybody?
Finding
Starring
Nemo. That was Finding Nemo.
What character in that movie had another movie named after them?
Starfish.
All right.
I got two more out of
I'm starting to realize how few movies I've seen.
The other one was Gog.
As in funny?
No, he was the one who barked at the lady who jumped off the balcony and said, "This is all for you." There were three sixes. There were three sixes. Those were a side character.
All right, that's four. Give me anything and I'll call it a
And
game.
then the last one, which is my favorite, was Marky Merc. And he was fighting dinosaurs and robots.
All right, that'll do. I am gonna believe for the moment those movies are real. And if they are, I promise to see all of them.
Shawshank, there was Finding Nemo, and
Oh, same to you.
The Omen, and that last one. What the hell was that?
Don't worry about it. I promise to see all of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and reconnect here. If we could bring up these fancy modern lights again, and seek out somebody who feels like they have something inside.
That's that one.
Oh, let's go.
Hey! Hold up there, little horse. Speaking of horses.
Let's speak about horses. Any experience with a horse?
Let's see. I was feeding a horse one time. It was a very traumatic experience.
Oh, it's gonna be scary.
Or depressing? Let's find out which one.
And it actually bit my finger.
Did it bite it off?
Yes.
Show it.
Show everyone your vulnerability. Sir,
Oh, I see it right there. That one's slightly smaller than the middle.
the ring finger is smaller than the middle, and pretty much no matter who you are.
No, you're full of lies.
Sir, your horse trauma. Did it come from youth? Were you young?
Quite young.
Do you remember what the horse's name was?
I believe it was Steve.
Steve! Darn you, Steve!
Horse named Steve.
Oh, if I had $1 for every Steve that bit me,
Oh, gee.
I'd have about $3.
have sex.
I save it from my mistresses. Misters. It's a mystery how we don't talk more. So Stephen was a kid that I bit on the hand. And he bled. And his mom was a lunch mother. And let's just say I got in a wee bit of trouble.
You trusted her for more than 20 years of life, and you trusted her 100 years of death, and now you find out she had mistresses and mistressers.
He's so dramatic sometimes.
I'm ready to go.
Cafeteria mom, yes?
Mhm.
Oh, yes. Those fancy folk. Back in our day.
I remember 2 cafeteria mothers who were just bitching about children. And one was Amish. And Polish. And slightly deaf. Of the tongue, not the hearing. So speech impediment. But she stood up straight. Normal human being. Just every time she spoke, it sounded a little deafy. She had great big breasts. But she stood up very straight for the princess. And she loved to play with her belly button. That's exactly how I remember. Oh gosh, Merge, you seen the kids on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We have Dicentennial is running throughout the month of October on Thursdays at 10 o'clock. It is all improvised, so it's going to be different every single time. If you enjoyed it, please tell your friends. Come back and see for yourself. See a brand new show. This is Miss Heather Sinal.
And this is